This is True Crime Tradies. Listener discretion is advised. Pussies.
Hey everybody, welcome back to True Crime Tradies. I am JB, and as always, I have my true crime bestie, Chris, with me. How you doing, mate?
Good, mate. Good. Yourself?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Fucking freezing my tits off, though.
I know. Look at you. It looks like you've gone to the snow. You're in a big puffer jacket and a beanie.
I know. I'm a bit of a Goldilocks when it comes to weather. Anything under 22 degrees is too cold. Anything over 22 degrees is too hot.
Okay.
We just need to move somewhere. Is there a place in the world where it's just like that all the time? 22 degrees every day? Pleasantville?
Yeah,
there must be somewhere.
No.
It'd be full of fuckwits, though, wouldn't it?
Oh, guaranteed.
Yeah. No, how's your week been?
Yeah, not too bad. I've been doing a lot of study with my daughter. She's going through year 12 at the moment, so her final year of school. And because she's doing a lot of study, it means I'm doing a lot of study as well. Anything about the Qing dynasty that you're interested in, I'm your man.
Oh. Does Xu Li make any appearances in the Qing dynasty?
He does in the notes. Yeah, I'm not very good at pronouncing the Asian names for her, and my daughter's super good at Chinese. So she just laughs at me. So I just make up names, and
I can imagine.
I'm not doing her any justice.
No, I was going to say, Dad, I'm trying to study. Stop making me laugh. You're being a dickhead. No, week's been all right for me too. I haven't given any doctors any hand jobs this week, so it's been pretty event-free for me.
Okay.
It's not. I haven't got any stupid, fucking weird situations I've gotten myself into, so that's been nice. It's been nice. Yeah, yes. Well, we may as well get into the show. You've got some shout-outs today.
I do, yeah. We had a couple of people buy us a coffee this week, which was awesome.
Yeah, we are caffeined up.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we got 3 donations this week for buy us a coffee or buy us a beer, whatever you'd like to call it. So this week our donors were Rach, Tony, and Kendall. Yeah. So thanks so much, guys. As we said, we appreciate it more than you can imagine.
I've got to clean up my computer screen because there's this speck of dirt on the screen, and it's making you look like you've got a Hitler mustache.
You'll soon find out it's just the Hitler mustache.
Yeah, it's just like, you grew it in the last few hours when I was in Sawyer. Yeah, all clean now, so you're not Hitler anymore. Good. Yeah. No, thank you so much, guys. That's amazing to get some donations. 3 in 1 week. That's a record for us.
It's been amazing. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and if you guys want to do the same as well, we say it every week. The link is in the show notes. Some people are a bit unsure of the Buy Me a Coffee because it does sound a bit odd.
It does.
The website is called Buy Me a Coffee. It's just a donation page. As it's a new podcast, we don't make any money from it. So this is just a little way for you guys to say, oh, your eggs are doing a pretty good job. I'll throw you a couple of bucks to keep you going. So we're not going to hold the podcast for ransom or anything. We're not going to say we're not going to pump out any more episodes unless we get donations. But it is just a nice way to say thank you. And as we said, we don't make any money from it, so it is a nice little tip. So that's basically what it is. It's like a tip jar.
Yeah, exactly. And we've been getting some voicemails this week. We mentioned last week we had opened up this new voicemail thingy that we were doing, and we've gotten a few. So we will be playing 1 or 2 later on the episode. So you're just going to have to wait and see if your voicemail has made it onto the episode or not. So now we are holding them hostage now with the voicemail thing. Yeah. No skipping to the end. Listen to our story, then you can get to that. But yeah, speaking of listeners, I had a loyal listener, Lee, and one of our clients too. We've just done a couple of bathrooms for him. He sent me a bit of a crazy idiot criminal story. And as soon as he was telling me about it, I've got to find out more about this because it's just insane, right? So this 39-year-old Caleb Warren Miles, he was being held in prison on burglary and auto theft charges when he allegedly slipped away from this medical holding that he was in. So while he's in this medical holding area, he found an unattended morgue transport bag, and his thought process was, you know what? I'm going to slip my way into this morgue bag and see if they'll carry me out of this joint. And,
Okay.
mate, I mean, the thought process wasn't that stupid because it actually worked. Because a contract worker from the mortuary services arrived shortly after 4 a.m. I'd love to know how long he was in this bag for before anyone actually collected him. And that they believed this was a body of an inmate who had died earlier that week. And because the bag was already tagged for removal, the worker just loaded it into a van and drove it to the Haven Rest Crematory at the east side of Jackson. So this happened in Tennessee.
Right.
And it made me wonder how much care or respect these crematorium guys have for the body. You know, we're talking about prisoners here, but people have a lot of respect for dead bodies. But are they really careful, or are they treating these body bags like airport attendant stuff? You know, when you sit, when you're sitting in the plane and you see some throwing your bag into the luggage holder, it's like, can you be careful? Got Nana's ashes are in there. Anyway, did I just drop the C-bomb?
Yeah,
I think
you
I did.
Yeah.
Apologies. So the authorities say that the mistake was not discovered until a detention officer doing a head count realised that Caleb was missing. And by then, the transport had already been completed.
Yeah,
Workers at the crematorium reportedly realised something was wrong after hearing screaming from inside the chamber moments after the process began.
No.
So staff have hit the emergency stop and have called 911, but officials said that the heat and smoke made it impossible to reach Caleb in time, and he was basically burnt alive. Yeah.
What the hell?
So
they put them in the bags.
Well, they must.
Ooh.
That's odd. I wouldn't have thought. You would think to save money they'd unzip, chuck him in there, keep the bag for the next person, because it's not like you're worried about cleanliness, germs. Yeah, they're dead anyway. But
Holy shit.
Yeah, so they put him on this. He must have been thinking, okay, they're putting me into that freezer situation, because he would have had no idea what was going on, closing his eyes, thinking, I am so smart. And then all of a sudden, well, it's a bit hot. I was expecting cold.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so pretty fucked up. So Sheriff Daniel Kincaid, he called the incident a catastrophic failure of procedure and said 3 employees had been placed on leave while investigators review footage, transport logs, and custody records. And I was thinking, you just know there's this one guard who saw this shit going down on a camera and thought, you know what, I'm just going to see where this goes.
Yeah, I'm just going to let it play out.
Yeah, exactly. So poor Caleb's family, they've retained an attorney, and they said that the county's explanation, it raises more questions than answers. And you just know they're going to get this big payout from this.
Yeah.
But I got to say, it's his own bloody fault. If you're going to play, what is it? What's the saying? Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. That's what all the cool kids are saying. So
he took the risk. That was worst case scenario for his risk that he took.
Exactly. And he was in for burg charges and auto theft. It's not like he was there
like
on murder charges. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he could have been out within a few years. I don't know how bad it was, but yeah, to risk something like that.
My
and
God.
you can't, even if he does get away, right? He gets out of there. Where's he going to go?
Yeah, and then he doubles the sentence.
Yeah. How often do you hear about a criminal escaping from jail and actually getting away with it forever?
Oh, it's very, very rare.
Very rare. Very, very rare. We should do a segment on that one time.
Oh, I'll just do it in between research of all the other shows that we're doing at the moment.
when we bring out our own Patreon, we'll do some sort of side gig where we talk about criminals who've gotten away.
Yeah, sounds good. All right, deal.
All right. Well, let's get into today's episode. What documentary are we reviewing today?
So this week we have the brand new one that came out on Netflix called A Toxic Love Story.
Ooh. We're doing that again, are we?
Hey?
We're doing that again.
You might remember this story with a twisted plot.
A strange and violent stalking case.
A jealous wife, romantic rivals, blackmail.
I wish everyone would just tell the truth. Ian always wanted to be married, and he wanted to have kids. Angela wanted the same things.
The smile alone, the smile was killer. She was just a sweetheart. 2-3 weeks go by, I proposed to her.
But then Ian tells me that Angela's been receiving these emails from someone called Lilith is Truth.
Crazy, threatening, violent, I'm going to kill you emails.
They have this biblical undertone. We were thinking the exact same thing. Holy it's his ex, Michelle.
I do not hate Michelle. I have never hated Michelle. I just wanted her out of my life.
It slowly ratchets its way up.
She's been at my work. She knows what I look like.
She told me she wished she could burn this whole mother down.
And then something unbelievable happened.
911, what's your emergency? Somebody came from behind me and it started to choke me.
I started to question what her motive was.
There's so much deception and so much dishonesty.
It seems like I've been sleeping with the enemy.
We had an obligation to go back, to look at the case again.
I don't know if anything that I know about her is true.
Who is Lilith? That's the question.
I have never felt fear like that before.
Who's impersonating whom, pretending to be whom? I've never seen anything like this.
You don't know anything about my story.
So this one takes place only a few years ago, really, in 2016 in the city of Anaheim, so just outside of LA. And this story, it's pretty bonkers. It involves three people: Ian Diaz, his partner Angela, and Ian's ex-girlfriend Michelle.
Ex-fiance Michelle.
Oh, sorry. Ex-fiance Michelle.
Don't downgrade her like that.
But first, we have to meet a lady named Leslie. I don't know exactly why Leslie is in this documentary, except for telling us who Ian is.
Yeah, she says that she just wants everyone to tell the truth of what happened. And straight away I'm thinking, ooh, this is going to be juicy. I like this. Yeah. I like where this is going. Like everyone's a liar and we're not sure who's telling the truth.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to it.
That's just our style. Like we love the twists and turns. Yeah.
That's
definitely. It. So Leslie talks about meeting Ian in 2013 while they were both working in Disneyland. And they've been best friends for about 20 years now. But she insists, John, that they're definitely just friends and there's no way she wants to fuck Ian. Why do people always ask her that? Oh my God, could you imagine? Wait, did Ian say something? She definitely wants to fuck him.
Yeah, absolutely.
So a few years later, an opportunity pops up for Ian to apply for a position as a U.S. Marshal in the U.S. Marshal Service. So he'd transport inmates from different prisons and responsible for protecting federal judges. So quite an important job, a lot of responsibility, and he seemed to really like it as well. Leslie claims that she was over the moon when Ian finally met someone who had the same goals in life as he did. Through her gritted teeth, no doubt. So happy for you, Ian. So this lady's name was Angela Connell.
The bit I had here was me going, I'm so happy for you.
We're both on the same wavelength.
Oh, God.
She's got a fucking nosebleed. I love Angela. Come here so I can hug you. Are you hugging me a bit tight, Leslie? So Angela actually ends up moving in with Ian in his apartment within just weeks of meeting each other. And then only a few weeks after that, they're engaged.
We seem to be doing this every week. Again, people moving on so quick.
And look, it never ends well.
It doesn't. No spoilers, but there has to be some sort of correlation between people that move in with each other and get engaged within, let's say, 1 month and psychopaths. There needs to be a study.
Yeah.
There
We're
needs to be
seeing
a study
pattern with these docos.
Oh, 100% we are. And I'm sorry for all the listeners that have done this, but you should look at yourself in the mirror. You're probably a psychopath.
Not pointing any fingers, but you.
You.
Well, if you think that's moving fast, Mr. John, a month or two later, they find out that they're expecting twins.
Oh, it's okay.
It is so fast. What has been like 2 months now? Like, guarantee he doesn't even know her fucking middle name.
And I've had milk in my fridge longer than these two have known each other.
Ew. So everything's going really well for the new couple until Angela starts receiving these strange emails from someone that calls themselves Lilith is truth.
You wouldn't want to have a lisp saying that. Lilith,
I know, yeah.
Lilith is truth.
She's what? So these emails, they're really threatening, and they've got a bit of a religious or biblical undertone or vibe to them. They talk about Satan, sinners, evil, and just other Bible-related words I can't think of at the moment.
Yeah.
They read in part, "Hello, Angela. You are his Eve. You must be gone. You have not heeded my warnings. Watch your back." From The Truth, his Lilith. And as we all know, John, Lilith was Adam's first wife in biblical folklore.
Yes.
She was banished from the Garden of Eden because she disobeyed Adam. Lilith was evil, wicked woman that was down to fuck with Satan and would later go on to produce a race of evil creatures. Lilith transformed into an evil demon out for revenge by kidnapping and killing newborns in the middle of the night. But hey, I'm just telling you what everyone already knows anyway.
Stop spoon-feeding this information.
Thanks, Captain Obvious. We already know. So Ian was really creeped out by these emails, as you can imagine. But Angela, she was genuinely shitting herself. And I don't blame her either, because, man, these Jehovah's Witnesses are no fucking joke.
You see them creeping up, walking towards your door. You're like, fuck, pretend like we're not home. But hey, also, if you get an unsolicited email, right, from someone referring to themselves as Lilith of Truth, are you even opening it?
No way.
No. So I can picture this person who thinks they're playing some sort of psychological warfare on someone by sending these long demonic emails, and the recipient just seeing the subject and deleting the email and walking away none the wiser.
Exactly.
All while Lilith over here is evil laughing, thinking, "Oh, I bet they're freaking out right now. I'm so
like Mr.
good."
Burns.
Yeah. They didn't even open the email, mate.
So not long after the emails started coming in, Angela could tell someone was lurking outside of their apartment. She couldn't see who it was, but she could tell there was like a shadow of someone just lurking around there.
Yeah, it was probably just a lost Uber Eats driver. You always see him walking around carrying this little bag and like walking and then turning around and doing that look backwards behind. So yeah, because they show you in the documentary a clip of the front of the condo, but I don't know if it was part of the theatrics of the documentary or it was actual footage.
I think it was the theatrics.
Well, they didn't make they sucked at it because it wasn't that scary looking.
Yeah. This documentary falls short on a lot of things, but we'll get to that.
We will.
So they actually refer to the apartment as a condo, but it just makes me think of Michael Scott every time it's mentioned. You know, so he's like, "Oh, there's two specific kinds of people in this world: people who own houses and people who own condos."
As soon as I hear that condo, I think of Michael Scott as well. And now I'm immediately thinking of him saying, "I declare bankruptcy."
I think that condo line is from when he's got the two Asian waitresses and he gets mixed up of which one he wants to go on a date with, so he
puts
marks
the
her hand
marker
with the text. So good.
It's so good. Oh my God.
So anyway, we digress.
We do. Let's do a separate podcast. It's just about The Office and Seinfeld.
Honestly, I reckon about 25% of our podcast is that already.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, the creepy emails, they keep coming, but now they're getting a little bit more aggressive in their threats. This one reads, "Hi, Angela. Let's play a game. I watch you as you walk. Good luck getting back to the condo. Ian does not love you. You have stolen my life. You have stolen my treasured home."
And this person thinks they're Jigsaw from the movie Saw.
Yes.
Let's play a game.
Yeah, just trying to be too creepy, I think.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
So that last part about the "you've stolen my treasured home," that makes a little bit more sense when you find out that only 4 months before seeing Angela, Ian had broken up with his ex, Michelle, and they co-owned the condo together. But the breakup was anything but amicable. So all fingers are sort of pointing towards the crazy ex, Michelle. So they decide that they have to go to the police about this.
Today, I got another email from her. She's been at my work. She knows what I look like. She's described what I've dressed in detail last night. And it's like I'm either safer in my home, where at least I know that I'm okay, or I go to work and risk it. And I don't even know her capability. I've never met the woman. So I'm dealing with this unknown. The gal at the sheriff's office said, you need to call them out again and request an emergency protective order. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we've seen enough of these catfish / stalker type of docos to know this isn't just as simple as it seems. So who at this stage are you looking at? Because I don't think it's the ex-Michelle. That feels too obvious to me. I feel like it's either Angela or Leslie at the start. Because remember in Unknown Number, Kendra was part of that doco too, looking like a victim at the start. So it wouldn't surprise me if it turned out to be this fucking weirdo Leslie who's clearly in love with Ian. Friends for 20 years and didn't have feelings. And the way she said, I just want everyone to tell the truth,
Yeah.
That to me, I'm just looking at Leslie now.
She seems like she's trying to put a wedge in between anyone and Ian.
Yeah. So, I mean, your thoughts. I mean, I know we're talking early, so you're like 5 minutes into the doco.
Yeah, I'm thinking Leslie as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we're on the same page. Good.
Yeah. So the police, they don't have enough probable cause to arrest Michelle. So I guess they just have to wait to see if Angela actually gets attacked before doing anything. That must just be the way it has to be.
Yeah. And the weird thing I found about these emails, there's all these threats and stuff. But at the end of the email, she signs off with Michelle, and in brackets it says Ian's ex-fiance. So that doesn't seem legit to me, because if you're going to be making threats like that, you don't, at the end of the email, give your name and address and date of birth. You know what I mean? They don't leave all the breadcrumbs for the police to go, okay, this is the person, go arrest them. So I found that very odd.
Yeah, it's too much of a stupid, sort of obvious pointing the finger elsewhere.
Yes, exactly.
Not smart.
Not smart. We would make really, really good stalkers, because we'd know all the tricks.
That's true. So Angela ends up filing a restraining order against Michelle as some kind of protection, at least, or to make Michelle sort of aware that they're taking it seriously by engaging the police. And Ian's best friend, Leslie, she offers to serve Michelle with the papers, which was really odd. Is that allowed? Like just a civilian serve papers?
Actually, I don't know about that. We don't have that here in Australia, where you see it on TV all the time in America. You've been served. It doesn't work like that. Police are the ones that serve these things on the people, and then have to read out. You have to read out the terms of the intervention order and all that. But in America, it just seems you could just like throw the paper. They don't even have to take it off you. If you're just saying you've been served, you throw it on the ground, and even if they don't look at it, they're still considered served.
Oh.
So it's very odd.
Yeah.
And why would she, like you said, why would she put up her hand for that?
Exactly. Yeah, that's very bizarre. Yeah, she films herself during the whole time as well on her phone. She films herself walking up to Michelle's door, handing her the papers and just saying, "You've been served," and then quickly walks away. And you can see Michelle standing at the front door, so confused with what's going on, because she no doubt knows Leslie. So she would just be thinking, what the fuck is Captain Friendzone doing this shit for?
Captain Friendzone.
But this restraining order, it didn't do shit, because the emails just keep coming in. The next one said, drop the restraining order or you'll continue to suffer. We will steal your child and watch as it dies. Jeez, very escalated.
Okay, again, this person, so just say Michelle's the one doing this, does she know that they're having twins together? How would she even know that information exists?
Leslie definitely does.
Leslie fucking knows everything.
Yes. So Ian and Angela again call the cops on her, because obviously the restraining order, it's not doing anything.
Anaheim Police Department dispatch. Hi, I have several reports with you guys over a temporary restraining order. It was served upon the person that I need protection from. She has continued to send her crazy, threatening, violent, I'm going to kill you emails. She actually did it right after the cops went to her house in Ontario, served her. An hour later, I got another one, and it's insane, including really graphic photographs. I was advised by my attorney to contact you guys once again to see if she could get arrested, because this has gone on far too long, and she's obviously violated the no contact order.
The police go to the Michael Scott's condo and they're showing emails, which also has images attached to them this time. And the images are of decapitated people and aborted fetuses.
Yeah, and decapitated aborted fetuses.
Yeah, how did they get that?
I don't know.
I've asked ChatGPT to make some weird pictures for me, but it refuses. That's the line. I don't know how they got them.
No matter how many times we ask, it just does not give us an image of a decapitated aborted fetus.
I wonder for my next heavy metal album.
Yeah.
So Ian tells the officers that he and Michelle dated for about 2 years, and as it neared the end of the relationship, she started to get very volatile and actually threatened to burn the condo down with them both inside, as well as their dog. Or his Yorkie, as he says.
Yorkie, yes.
She also locked herself in the bathroom with a knife, threatening to self-harm herself.
Yeah, he said that she was staring at him wide-eyed like dinner plates with tears streaming down her face, and it was freaky.
Yeah.
And then, I actually pictured that at the time of going, they would be freaky, actually.
Very freaky, yeah.
Yes.
But I think he's trying to paint her in like a psychotic light.
Absolutely, absolutely. And if she is the one writing these emails, I don't really blame him.
Oh, for sure. So meanwhile, the emails are coming in faster than ever and getting more aggressive, saying, "You will die while someone is raping you."
Ooh.
How fucking horrific is that line?
Yeah.
And if that's not bad enough, they discover that Michelle has responded to an ad on Craigslist for a rape fantasy. She'd included photos of Angela and invited the guy to show up at Angela's apartment to rape her. She pretended to be Angela in the message, saying she wants to be the victim in this rape fantasy. Have the male grab her as she opens the front door, drag her upstairs, take her from behind on the bed, and if she screams or begs for him to stop, don't, because I'm just playing along, so don't you dare stop.
My name's Ian. I'm a U.S. Marshal. Sorry. This is Angela. This ex-girlfriend of mine, Michelle, she's stating that she's going to have this guy come over. She's going to give him the address or whatever and come over and rape her and beat her, right?
This is what she wrote to this guy.
Hi there, I've been dying to have a rape fantasy occur while walking my dog, following me to the door and forcing me into the condo, forcing me not to scream, dragging me upstairs and taking me from behind on the bed. If you can fulfill this tonight, please let me know. I am 30, tall, gorgeous, and ready. My address is this address. I have a Yorkie. I walk every night. Say 8 p.m. Come find me.
This creepy Craigslist dude responds and says that he doesn't want a neighbor to see them struggling at the door and call the police. So how about he breaks into the apartment instead and he attacks her while she's sleeping? And this fucking creepo actually appears in the documentary, which was amazing to me.
I know. But he didn't show his face, did he? It's like all blacked out. Like, imagine everyone in your life knowing that your sexual fantasy is rape.
Yeah.
Like,
it didn't sound like he put on like a voice changer or whatever it is either. Like,
no. It's like, is that Uncle Bobby?
If you were, I'd pick you up straight away. If any of our listeners like, yeah, that's Chris.
Absolutely. You're just dropping office quotes in there.
This guy had Angela's address, her photo, and information that she walks her dog every night around 8 p.m. So this creepy prick actually rocks up to her apartment to go through with it. He said as he pulls up outside of her house, he's extremely excited and he gets a rush of dopamine. He readies himself to get out of the car and he approaches the apartment. But then he stops because he notices the name on the apartment says Ian Diaz. And he thinks to himself for a second, if this woman's boyfriend or husband doesn't know about her fantasy, this whole situation could turn really bad if he's home. So he ends up turning around and going back to his car and leaving.
Yeah. I love you called him a prick because his name was Rick with a silent P. And he had really good intuition, but fuck you as well anyway.
224. I'm 97 and I'm at apartment 2. The only description that they have is that it's a male in dark clothing. So we have the helicopter up above. Obviously, make sure your doors are locked and all that. And if you think the guy's back or he's sending you guys emails or he knocks on the door, give us a call back.
Thank you very much.
No problem. Sorry. No worries.
Ian, he's definitely trying to hold it together for Angela, but it's obvious that he's freaking out about the whole thing. He's asking the police what it's going to take to have Michelle arrested. They know she's given out the address, and she's like enticing guys with rape fantasies to fulfill them with Angela, who, remember, is pregnant with twins at the stage as well.
Yeah.
And Ian's concerns were unfortunately warranted because soon after, there's a 911 call made.
911, what's an emergency? Somebody came from behind me and shoved me against my wall and started to choke me and were telling me that I'm gonna fucking get it and it's time for me to get raped.
Okay, how many individuals were there?
Just one, and he was wearing a black thing over his face.
Like a black ski mask?
Yeah.
Okay, we have somebody on the way right now, okay, ma'am?
Okay.
This time, the police, they believe Michelle's done enough to warrant an arrest. They go to Michelle's parents' house where she's now living, and they bring her down to the station. Michelle actually admits to writing the emails, but she doesn't even really know where she came up with half the shit in them, except that she listened to a lot of sermons when she was growing up.
Yeah, I didn't pick this, Michelle being the one that wrote the emails.
No,
we're talking about it. Just
so
looked
easily
like,
put her hand up.
Yeah, Leslie. So now I'm thinking, where the fuck is this documentary going?
Okay, why don't you give us your full and complete name, please?
Michelle Suzanne Hadley.
And what's your date of birth?
12/20/1986.
All right. Michelle, one of the things that you have to keep in mind is you have to be completely truthful and candid with us today. So if we find out that anything you've said is untrue, then I can use the statements you give to us today in trial. Before I start, though, you kind of see all these emails here. There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
So did you write this?
Yeah, that was me.
I don't even really understand where a lot of it came from or why I wrote it. I listened to a lot of sermons growing up, and so it almost was like some weird brain dump from childhood.
She said the Lilith character was almost like a second persona of a female devil side. She said she doesn't even know what she wrote or why she wrote it, and she felt like she was sort of losing her mind around that time. She said when her and Ian first started dating, it was all nothing but rainbows and lollipops. He was really attentive, sweet guy, and he loved Disneyland. He loved Disneyland. He loved it so much, John, that he used to go 3 times a week.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
A grown man being this much into Disney should have been this chick's first sign to run. This guy sounds like he eats bananas for the shape and not the taste.
And eats them like a duck. How's your gag reflex, by the way?
Terrible.
Yeah, mine too. But you talk about sunshine and lollipops with this too. That they take this trip to New York together, and it's really romantic. But he's recording everything. She was saying that he just loved everything about her, and she'd just be walking like into a shopping center. He's just recording her. She'd turn around and, oh, you're recording again. And they're kissing. They were just real lovey-dovey. It was something like, you're schmoopy. No, you're schmoopy. I was like, shut up. I hate that. I can be a lovey-dovey type of guy, but don't show me your lovey-dovey stuff.
Yeah, you don't want to see yours.
Don't want to see yours. It's disgusting.
Well, despite his obsession with The Little Mermaid and Mickey Mouse, they still end up buying a condo together, which she actually fronted the down payment for by emptying out her savings completely. But Ian said he was going to help out with the mortgage repayments. But as soon as the condo settled and they moved in, this is when she said everything turned to shit and he just completely changed.
What's your impression of Michelle at this point? Because I got to say, and I don't want to, I don't like her.
I reckon I'm thinking the same as you, but I don't want to say it.
No, I want to say it. She weirds me out, man.
Yeah, she's got the creepy eyes.
Now knowing that she wrote those Lilith emails kind of makes sense. You know, 'cause she's got that weird, crazy eyes look about her.
Yeah, like she's trying to it's better if I widen my eyes as much as I can for this documentary. That's what the viewers will like.
So that Ian talking before about her crying with her eyes really wide and the tears flowing down, holding a knife and being in the bathroom, I can see that now.
Yeah,
I believe
that's
Ian.
true. Yeah.
I know you love Ian, but I mean, I just haven't really believed him up until this point.
Oh, yeah, I'm Team Ian all the way.
Yeah.
Well, the media, of course, get hold of the story, of course, because it's fucking bonkers, and it's blasted all over the news.
A woman is behind bars this morning in connection with a strange and violent stalking case.
Michelle Hadley's facing felony stalking charges after harassing her ex-boyfriend's pregnant wife.
29-year-old Hadley used a rape fantasy online ad to send people to her ex-boyfriend's home. The man's new wife, who was pregnant, by the way, was actually attacked by one of the men who responded to the ad.
They say that she routed emails through different computers and servers trying to evade police. Hadley is being held on $1 million bail. If convicted, she faces up to life in prison.
The charges Michelle is facing are related to attempted rapes, sexual assaults, stalking, and harassment. And she is facing possible life in prison.
Isn't that crazy? Life in prison for that? You know, I know. It must be to do with the rapes. Surely it couldn't be to do with the stalking, harassment and that. But the other thing is about this is her dad is in the documentary as well. And he was saying that her whole family, except them, think she did it.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, that's just crazy, Michelle.
Look at her eyes. Of course she did it.
So even her family didn't back her in. So I think there's a fair bit of crazy about her.
Yeah. So it's around about this time we find out a little bit more about our victim, Angela. So we hear from an old boyfriend of hers named Jason that a few years ago they were madly in love with each other. And again, she moved in with him pretty quickly as well.
Yeah.
She was an attorney with I think it was the Department of Justice.
Yeah.
And she appeared to be doing really well for herself. Of course.
And he was in law enforcement.
Oh, okay, was he? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So very similar. But not long after getting together and moving in with him, she told him that she'd been diagnosed with cervical cancer and unfortunately it progressed to stage 4. Jason, he's really great. And he said, listen, I'm going to be with you every step of the way through all your doctor's appointments, your chemotherapy sessions, everything. I'm there. But Angela, she's a really strong, independent woman that don't need no man. and she wants to go to these appointments by herself. And she doesn't want Jason to see her in her most vulnerable moments.
Yeah, fair enough. I love that little head wobble you did there. He said, you don't need no man.
I've got to really get into character.
Yeah.
Plus, she had the support of one of her new friends, a lady named Mary.
Mary what?
I don't want to say her last name.
Mary what?
Bukowski's.
Bukowski's looks right.
Looks right, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's got 2 Ks, a V, and
it looks
a couple
like
of S's.
Fuckofskis.
Yeah, but Fuckofskis.
But Fuckofskis.
So Mary Bukowski's, she was a really good friend of hers, and she was there to support her the whole time as well. Angela, she was, of course, getting thinner, a little bit more pale, and just always having to run off and to go throw up, but obviously because of the chemo treatments. And she was getting a little bit self-conscious the way she was looking, and she'd always wear the beanies on her head just to sort of hide the hair loss that she was experiencing. But her good friend Mary said, you know what? I'm going to cut my hair in solidarity to show my support. So Mary ends up cutting her hair short as well. And she does the whole Facebook post thing about it because unless you put it on social media, did it actually happen?
I'm glad you said that because I appreciate the support she's giving Angela here. And I felt bad at the time because like she was doing the right thing. You know, she does this hashtag. But when you just cut your hair short, but stylish, and then brag about your support on Facebook, I just don't see it being genuine.
Yeah, it wasn't a shaved head or anything like that.
Unless she's shaving the whole thing off. I want to see that weird alien head look. Otherwise, it means shit to me.
Her hair looked like mine. It was like that sort of short.
Yeah, and just as grey.
Yeah. Hey? I took my headphones off for a second and I put them on. I heard you say grey. There was a time shortly after where Mary was watching Angela subtly adjusting the back of her beanie that she was wearing. And Mary initially thought she was just probably self-conscious about the hair loss. But then she noticed that Angela was actually pushing her hair back up inside the beanie to try and hide it. She doesn't want to call her out on it, and then all of a sudden she looks like the fucking asshole.
Yeah.
But Mary thought, is she for real? This bitch has more hair than I do.
That's a direct quote, by the way.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Mary's awesome. And she gets better, too.
Yeah, she is good.
So Jason, he was a bit sus on Angela as well. There was a time that he insisted on coming to one of the doctor's appointments with her, and she actually allowed him to. But she made him wait in the waiting room while she went in for the treatment. While he's sitting there, he's looking around and he's thinking, something seems a bit off here. So he goes up to the receptionist and he says, what kind of cancer clinic is this? And the receptionist looks at him sideways and says, this is a mole clinic. Angela's just having a mole on her ankle removed. So Jason confronts Angela about this, but she insists that it's all part of the treatment to get the cancerous mole removed as well. She'd also text Jason an image of a chemotherapy session in the hospital and a bag hanging down in front of her, sort of like a point of view sort of perspective photo.
Yeah.
But he thought it was a little bit odd that she wasn't in the photo. It wasn't really like her to send one like that. So he Googles point of view chemotherapy, and he's going through all the Google images until he sees the exact same one that someone else posted years earlier. So she just stole it.
It was on the last page of Google Images. Like he almost went into the dark web to find this pic, and found it. It's like, can you imagine that moment of realizing, fuck, she's been lying about this the whole time.
Yeah. So they go one step further and they call the clinic where she claims to be a patient, and they say they've never heard of her. She's not a patient there. Jason calls Mary and asks if she can come over and pack up all of Angela's stuff because he's going to kick her out. As they're packing up her shit, they come across medical tubing and gauze, so probably so she can take photos and make her look like she was in the middle of a treatment. They also find Angela's diary, which she's filled with details of cancer treatments and messages to Jason about how sad he's going to be when she's passed on and that she wants him to move on with his life. Like, she knows she's not dying. Why write this?
Yeah.
Like, is it just so someone might come across the diary and then it just bolsters her bullshit story?
Yeah, she leaves it out on purpose. Like, oh my God, I left my diary out. Open that page.
Oh, the diary's so vulnerable.
Yeah.
Did you read page 4?
Yeah.
So Mary thinks, fuck this bitch. I don't know what her game is, but it's time for a confrontation. And this is the part I literally sat forward on the couch. I was like, oh yeah. So I can't wait for Mary to confront this lying bitch.
And you sound like a middle-aged woman watching Housewives of Atlanta going, woo!
Oh, girl. No, you didn't. So they invite all their family and friend members over that she'd lied to and invite them like it's a huge like intervention type of thing.
Yeah.
So this part is so fucking good to watch. There's about 15 people there sitting in the room waiting for her to get home. Angela walks in and she's got a wig on and her eyebrows are like sort of just drawn on or painted on. And Angela walks in and she looks around and she thinks it's a fucking surprise party. Surprise, bitch. You're a liar. And thankfully for us, Mary's filming the whole thing on her phone.
Come on, have a seat. Welcome. Please have a seat.
What are you doing?
Hey, here's what's going on. Everybody in this room, you owe a big, huge apology.
For what?
Okay, for two things. One, everybody in this room is about to know that two things. You're not an attorney.
Yes, I actually am. I got the law degree. I did.
Okay. Angela, you don't have cancer.
Yes, I do. No, you don't.
Yes,
How do you know? Would you like to see my parents and everybody? What are you talking about? Yeah, let's see your report.
Angela, just sit down.
Why?
Let's
And
let's talk
what are you
about some
guys
things.
talking about?
Will you please just sit down? You know,
That's fine.
again, there's overwhelming proof that you don't have cancer.
Okay.
So everybody in this room has been deceived, and like I said, I'm more heartbroken than anything else.
I believed you and I welcomed you into my home and you lied to me. You lied to my children.
I did not lie to you and I did not lie to your children.
You show me your port.
You're the one that
Show me
came
your
to
port.
I want to see her fucking arm.
Show me your
Let's see it. Let's
Show me your port.
It fucking
Show me your
hurts.
port.
It really fucking hurts.
Show me your port.
This picture said battle juice, right?
Unwrap it.
Portraying yourself
Unwrap
as
it.
being sitting in the chair receiving chemotherapy.
Okay. Unwrap. See? There's nothing to show. You're a fucking liar. She's a liar.
I'm taking her with me.
Unwrap it.
No.
Then unwrap it.
I used to.
Right. Show your port. Show your port, liar. Show your port. You're probably even fired. You probably don't even have a job.
Mary is so fucking angry in that video. She's yelling, "Show us your port!" It sounds like a disgusting cat call.
Whip it out! Show us your port! She's chasing her into smashing her hand up against the car. She looks like someone from like a Current Affair chasing down a bad guy.
Show us your port.
Show us your port.
Imagine the neighbours. What the fuck is going on?
Mrs. Mangle. Gerald.
So you might have noticed in the audio as well that they found out she's also been lying that she's an attorney. So she doesn't even have a job.
No.
So Jason and Mary, of course, cut ties with Angela, and they never hear from her again until her name pops up in the media related to this fantasy rape stalking case with Michelle. And at this stage, Michelle, she's been in jail for 80 days, which is great for Ian and Angela because now they can finally breathe a sigh of relief and they can just focus on their future with the twins that they're expecting. But unfortunately, that feeling doesn't last long because around 2 a.m. one night, Ian texts his best female friend, Leslie, saying, "The twins are not real."
Show us the twins. Show us your port.
And she's got fake twins. Fake.
Yeah.
So this sonogram image that she'd given Ian, that was a fake as well, that she just got online. So Ian confronts Angela about this as well, but this time not with the whole angry mob, just one-on-one. But Angela just doubles down on her lies and she just drives off and leaves. Ian's wondering what else she might be lying about because, I mean, it's a pretty massive lie, especially for someone that he'd only met 8 months ago. So he ends up going to the police again with these concerns.
So let's talk about Angela. You stated that your relationship with Angela started January 2nd?
We met at the Starbucks in Anaheim. We just hit it off. She was just a sweetheart. Everything I ever wanted in a woman. Everything.
I have pregnancy tests. This was found after she left. This is the one that I was shown for the twins. It's always been peed on. And then I found these two with a different kind of line in it. And then I found
all of
3
these
different
in the same
pens.
box.
And if you can tell from the
Guys.
side here, this one's been altered and opened up at some point.
They discovered that she'd made fake pregnancy tests by just like drawing a blue line on it with a pen and the fake sonograms on Google, like we said.
This is another one of those situations like maternal instinct where you're just wondering what the end game is here for Angela.
Yeah.
And the other thing is she's gone that extra step and gone with twins. That's going to show very early on in a pregnancy.
Definitely.
You know, so is she just going to do the usual thing, what we suspect, and that's to say, I had a miscarriage because she's obviously an attention person, you know, claiming she had cancer and everything. But yeah, like at what point was this going to occur?
You never know. Like, you'd think it'd be a certain point, but then, as you said, you watch Maternal Instinct, and it's like, bitch, you're 10 months pregnant now. What's your next step?
And the other thing about the documentary is they didn't explain how Ian found out this information, that she was faking it.
Oh, they skim over so much shit in this. Like, yeah, I don't know. It did my head in.
To that.
So the detective, he does a little bit more digging on Angela, and he gives her a call to iron out a few things.
Hey, it's Texacuna.
Yeah.
Just a couple of questions. Do you know Jason Rayburn at all?
It's a person I dated a while ago.
Okay.
Obviously much before you.
Okay. And then, did you ever get sick? Did you ever get sick to the point where there's talk about you had, like, cancer?
There was talk about it. They had to have, skin cancer biopsies removed, and I was super stressed out.
Okay, so no chemotherapy or anything like that?
No, absolutely not.
Ian is almost convinced that Angela is behind the Lilith emails and the Craigslist ad because even the attack in the garage happened right after he'd left the apartment. So the timing was really convenient for that too. And the police, they seem to agree with him. Michelle had spent 88 days in prison while prosecutors and investigators kept examining all the digital evidence. They discovered that the IP address, the device records, and all the other forensic evidence pointed towards Angela as the person who created the fake accounts and messages. Michelle was released and completely exonerated. Angela was finally arrested at the start of 2017 and pled guilty to all the charges, including fraud, false imprisonment, and falsely reporting a crime. She was actually sentenced to 5 years in prison and moved away from California. They skipped over all this part so much. I literally had to rewind and go, did I miss something?
Yeah.
It just zero stuff with the court, zero with the arrest, how they just they seem just to swap Michelle and Angela in prison. And then all of a sudden we're on to the next scene.
I know.
Very confused.
Yeah, what the fuck is happening? Because Michelle is innocent all of a sudden, but she was admitting guilt before. She said she wrote the email, and then we're only halfway through the doco around this stage, so I'm thinking, okay, something's coming, and it should be good or bad, depending on how you look at it. This isn't the end of the story, clearly.
Yeah, it must not be. So Michelle, she's obviously super happy she's free from prison, but she wants to set the record straight. The media, she's painting it out as this toxic love triangle, and they're quick to paint Michelle as the jealous woman, and then quickly turned to Angela as the crazy one. But Michelle said there's a third person in this twisted triangle, and no one's talking about Ian. The Department of Justice are also a bit suspicious, and they want to take a closer look at the whole case again. They go through all the police recordings and the body camera footage of Ian, and he shows a lot of hatred when he's talking about Michelle, and he seems to be feeding Angela information and different lines to say in front of the police officers.
In addition, one of the things I noticed was Ian has tremendous animus toward Michelle.
You guys have been here a whole boat.
Regarding the same girl?
Regarding the same bitch. This ex-girlfriend of mine has it out for this woman because she fucking hates her and hates the fact that I'm not with her anymore.
I mean, his desire to have her locked up struck me as rather odd.
But she needs to be in fucking cuffs and in a padded room.
I found this part a little bit hard to follow because the investigator that's investigating all this police footage is telling us about Ian's behavior throughout it, right? But I'm thinking, okay, I must have missed something in the initial part of the documentary, but then I didn't see anything out of the ordinary.
Because there was no aha moments.
No, not at all. Because if Michelle had been sending these emails like we thought, of course he's going to be pissed off and supporting his fiancée.
Yep.
He's going to be up and about. He's going to be talking over the top of her. He's going to be talking for her. It's going to be doing all the things that he was doing in those police videos.
Exactly.
So
and
I just thought it was really odd, this investigator. Oh, no, that was a red flag because he said this. But I just feel like he was looking at it from a different lens. Okay, I'm going to look at it like he's guilty and he's up to something and then base my opinion on that. But
that's
it didn't
definitely
make,
how it seems. Yeah.
Didn't make any sense to me at all.
Yeah. Well, he's not Team Ian like I am.
No.
So, of course, they want to have a proper chat with Michelle and find out more about her ex-relationship with Ian. She remembers a time where he called her while she was at work and said he has a fantasy that he'd like her to fulfill, and that is to have sex with other men while he watched. Michelle said, I'm not really down to clown with this idea. She said she's way too wholesome of a person to even think of anything like this. But not dirty old Ian, though. He pestered her multiple times a week about fucking other dudes while he sits in the corner in a Donald Duck costume jerking off. Yeah, I made up the Donald Duck costume, but the rest are true.
The other guy's dressed as Goofy, giving it to a doggy style. Goofy is a dog, yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, okay. Sicko.
He would send her link after link of the guys he'd find on Craigslist that he wants her to do this fantasy with. She finally says to him, fine, I'll do it once, but I never want to hear about it, and it will be asked to do it ever again. She goes ahead with this random hookup while Ian watched, and she said like a special part of her died that day.
What special part of her died? You know, the part of me where I said I'd never fuck a random dude while my boyfriend watched. Well, that's gone forever.
Everyone knows that part.
Yeah, but I do actually feel bad for her here at this point because she was horribly manipulated to do this, and so it's so easy for us to look at from the outside in the situation and think, what the fuck were you thinking?
Just say no, but yeah,
just say no.
Yeah,
but yeah.
And all the days for them to choose to do it on, they chose February 14th, Valentine's Day, because John. Is there anything more romantic than seeing your partner get jackhammered by some random sweaty dude from Craigslist while you sit in the corner peering through the mouth hole of a giant Mickey Mouse costume?
Oh!
Oh my God, it's so ridiculous. And because their relationship is going so well, they decide to now get engaged and buy a condo together.
So this happened all before buying the condo together?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
And it's not long after this they move in together, and he starts requesting for her to change her appearance. At first it started off with just, can you wear fake nails and get a belly button ring because, that's so hot. But then it moved on to telling her what she could wear, what she couldn't wear, and then when to wear them as well. She was also only allowed to drive to work, school, and then straight back home. She said if she drove out of any of those areas, she'd immediately receive a phone call from him asking where she is, almost like he put a tracker on her car or something. He also installed cameras at the apartment, not outside, but inside the apartment, so he could keep an eye on her at all times.
Man, just a couple of these things alone are huge warning signs, but like a culmination of all these, that's just diabolical.
Oh, for sure.
And that's the thing with the control. It often starts small, but if it builds to the point where all the Disney characters are running a train on you, it might be time to bail. You know what I mean?
That's the line.
Yeah, that's the line. It's like a Bonnie Blue fucking audition, but they're all dressed as Disney characters, lining up outside the door.
God, can you imagine the sounds?
Now I can. Thanks.
One day, though, she actually does build up enough courage to leave him. She waits until his female friend Leslie is over, and she gets in her car and drives away because she knows Ian won't harm her while in front of Leslie. She doesn't have any money because she spent it all on this condo, so she ends up going back to her parents' house where she can feel a sense of, comfort and safety, I guess. But Ian has no intentions to let her leave. He just bombards her phone with texts, like just calling her every name under the sun and telling her he knows exactly where she is and she can't escape him. She feels like he's watching her from outside the house and she just can't take it anymore. So she writes a couple of angry emails saying she's been nothing but patient with him and the relationship has come to an end whether he likes it or not. She leaves all of her electronic devices at the house just in case they've got a tracking thing on them, I guess, and she just drives away. She can feel her mind slipping away, and she said it was almost like having an out-of-body experience for like 24 hours until she woke up in a field and a Native American family had discovered her just laying there. It turns out that she'd driven to Arizona, which is about 400 kilometers away.
Yeah, this sounds like she's having a full mental breakdown.
Definitely.
Or she's tripping on shrooms because she's obviously out in the middle of the desert somewhere.
Yeah,
she's picked up.
Really odd.
That's a long way to go to not have any idea of where you are, where you're going, what's going on.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that type of mental breakdown.
Oh, I know. Crazy.
Man.
So the family, they're really great, this Native American family. They call an ambulance straight away. She's taken to hospital and they diagnose her with complex PTSD from her relationship. And it wasn't long after this that she was arrested for the whole cyber stalking thing. But even though she admitted to writing the emails with this weird Lilith character, she said she only wrote the first couple and she has no idea about the others or where they came from. And for some reason, the DOJ think Ian might be behind the rest of the emails. Like, he received the first 2 crazy ones from Michelle, and then he piggybacked on the idea to make it even worse, and then potentially get her locked up.
Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird that all of a sudden they're looking into Ian? Because Angela's already taken the fall and is literally doing time for writing the emails and the messages.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's this huge gap in the story. We found out that Ian's this huge piece of shit, but what are the odds that we have 2 Angela types together, working together and in a relationship?
Yeah.
That seems really odd. So why have the DOJ all of a sudden gone, we're opening the investigation. It was already closed.
Yeah.
And we're going up to Ian now.
Yeah. It's the whole documentary I was watching going, what the fuck? Like, they've left so much out. They're just skimming.
Yeah.
So they think that Ian, he might be running the whole scheme and Angela's just a passenger in it. So the cops, they end up tracking down this fucking creepo. What was his name? Rick?
Rick with the silent P, yeah.
Yeah. That had responded to the rape fantasy attacks on Angela. And again, he appears in the doco, but smartly doesn't show his face or gives away his real identity. So he just goes by the different name, Father Hands. Oh, no, it was Rick. Sorry, Rick. Yeah.
Father Hands.
Throwback.
Although Father Hands' fantasies came true.
That's true, actually. Yeah. So Rick is a single father, and he says the whole rape fantasy thing is very popular. So get off his fucking case about it, all right? God, I just don't get it. I just don't get it at all. So Rick, he ended up putting this ad on Craigslist looking for willing participants in this rape fantasy. He got a response from the Lilith character, and they seemed super eager and wanted it to happen tonight. The police were able to see the email conversation back and forth between Rick and Lilith and work out that the messages from Lilith had actually come from Ian's work laptop. But
as a US Marshal as well, so a Department of Justice email, laptop.
Yeah,
yeah. Big no-no. Don't do that.
Yeah. That's frowned upon.
Yeah.
But during this whole email exchange, this Rick guy, he wants to verify that Lilith is a real person and actually up for it. So he requests a voice message to confirm the details.
Hi, Rick. This is Lily. I just wanted to confirm tonight at 8 o'clock. I'll see you then.
That voice is Angela. What the fuck is going on? Like, again, I'm just so confused. Like, who's playing what part?
And is that recording we just heard, was that the actual recording of the phone call?
I could only assume so.
Yeah. Why do they have that?
I don't
understand how they have that if that's the case.
Yeah.
So I'm just as confused as you are right now. Anyway.
Yeah, because when was all this? This was
2016,
17? Yeah.
Something like that.
A long time to be holding on to that voice message.
Yeah.
So this fucking egg, Ian, was pretending to be Michelle, pretending to be Angela in order to catfish a guy online so he could frame Michelle.
Yeah.
And then when that didn't work out 100% to plan, he throws Angela under the bus for the whole thing.
And also, I had a thought here. It also makes you wonder what would have happened to Rick if he had actually gone inside that condo. Because I honestly think he could have been shot because the body-worn footage that you see of cops arriving at the door, here's Ian the fuckwit standing on the front porch with his gun drawn.
Yeah.
He's putting away his gun as the cops rock up. So I'm thinking this could have been a murder, which would have made this documentary way more exciting.
I was waiting for someone to get murdered, actually.
But I think Rick literally dodged a bullet.
Yeah. Well, there was another case very similar to this one, wasn't it? Where it was a Craigslist rape fantasy thing, but then someone did die.
Yes. Yeah, the guy that came, the husband came and killed him.
And
hopefully they make a documentary on that because that's actually a good case.
That's what I thought this case was that. So I was waiting for someone to die up to about 75% and went, oh, this is a different case.
No one's dead. How disappointing.
Boo. So Ian just started off by showing the cops these threatening emails, but the police couldn't do anything about it. So then he escalated it to the images of the decapitated people and fetuses.
Yeah.
But that still didn't get the police moving. So then that's when he ramped it up to the rape fantasy and the attack, in inverted commas, in the garage.
So was that attack on Angela legit, or was she in on that too?
Well, I think she's in on it too because she did that voice message to Rick
that's right. Yeah,
as well.
if that's real.
Yeah.
And we discussed this today actually about how convincing she was on the police footage and how convinced she was with that attack of the 911 call. But then you said to me something along the lines of, well, she's been acting her whole life, the whole cancer treatment bullshit. She is used to lying and she's a very good actress. So not really surprising she was able to pull the wool over on us watching the documentary and the cops at the time.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. So the cops end up finding digital evidence on Ian's work computer that proved that he was, in fact, Lilith. And it was time to arrest him in May of 2021.
And isn't it crazy that Angela, so it's May 2021, she has already served her 5-year sentence by this stage, and now he's arrested. It's almost like a tag team situation.
Yeah. Like,
it's all right, your turn.
He was so quick to throw her under the bus. Why didn't she do the same to him?
I don't know. Like you said, there's missing information here. It's all of a sudden they realised she had something to do with it and she's in jail.
Yeah.
But she didn't turn on him.
Yeah, because I know there was phone calls that he was sending to her saying, oh, I love you so much and blah, blah, blah. Like, regardless of what happened with the twins, I still love you. So maybe he was still manipulating her. Maybe she thought, I'll do my time, I'll get out, and I'll continue this relationship with this guy. Maybe he was doing that. Who knows?
Maybe, another manipulation tactic.
Yeah, we can only speculate because they just skimmed and missed so much shit.
Yeah.
So they hold a trial for Ian, which, again, we don't see anything of. And he's found guilty on all counts. He's sentenced to 10 years in Texas federal prison for stalking, perjury, and obstruction of justice. And I hope he's still into rape fantasies because they'll be playing out for the next 10 years for this Disney-loving dickhead.
Even the inmates are getting sick of it, though. It's like, okay, we get it, Ian. Stop dropping the soap.
Oh, yuck, your pork's showing. So his bestie from the start of the episode pops back up in support of Ian's innocence and blaming Angela for the whole thing. Because, I mean, it is true, Angela, she was a serial liar. She's fucking crazy. And like we said, like, she pled guilty, but she didn't throw Ian under the bus. But Leslie, she just can't see the truth about Ian.
Hey, this chick is deluded. She's got all the facts in front of her. And then we'll talk about at the start of the documentary with her saying, oh, I just want everyone to tell the truth. This is what she's referring to. That was it. The fact that she wants Angela and Michelle to tell the truth and say that Ian is innocent. It's all about Ian.
Yeah.
The love of her life.
Yeah, she's blinded by her love for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the investigators admit that they'll never really find out the real truth from any of these wackos. They think Ian wanting the condo was a huge part of it, but more so, he didn't like the fact that Michelle up and left him when he demanded that she'd be under his control. They think Angela was a perfect person for Ian's plan because she loves to play victim, as we saw with the whole fake cancer thing. So Michelle ends up suing the Anaheim Police Department for the 88 days she's wrongfully spent in prison. She started to get her life back on track again, and she even started dating. She actually fell pregnant, and she had a little baby girl of her own as well. And actually, she had the baby girl on the same day that Ian was convicted.
That's amazing. That's so nice. But imagine that poor kid, every birthday they have for the rest of their life. They have to hear that story again. Mom, shut up.
Not again. Fucking hell.
Man. So that's the end of the documentary, isn't it?
That was it, yeah. So what did you think of the whole toxic love story?
I'm going to be kind about this. It was a turd.
Don't be. It was a turd. I did not like it either.
Yeah, and we had such high hopes. It's one of those stories where every new revelation makes you dislike another person in it. Like, usually there's someone you can get behind or at least sympathise with. I could a little bit with Michelle, but then she was really annoying. But here, everyone seems to be manipulative, dishonest, or completely cooked. And the story itself it's insane, yeah, but I just found it more frustrating than enjoyable. I just struggled to get into it right from the start. Normally I'm hooked within 10 minutes, but I found myself just not caring about it. I was on my phone for parts of it and I missed things. And the second time I watched it, going, oh, I missed that. Just everyone is unlikable in it. I think the only person I liked was Mary.
Oh, I loved Mary.
Who cut her hair.
Yeah.
And
Jason, Angela's ex.
Yeah, he was cool too. Yeah. So and I feel bad for saying that because Michelle obviously went through this horrific period in her life, and she
Yeah.
gave up a lot for Ian. But they made her look really annoying.
Yeah, I don't
and
know if
unlikable.
they made her look crazy on purpose to try and
Yeah.
sort of throw you, like to say,
Yes.
oh yeah, she's the crazy one in this, and she did this, and blah blah. Like, because they seem to zoom up on her face a lot, like watch her blink a lot, and have her eyes really wide open. Like,
Yeah, they did. And they also, the first time they introduce her, you can see her side angle profile of her, and you can hear the interrogation audio of the cops talking to her for the first time about the emails and her telling them that she wrote it. And then when we actually meet her on the documentary, we hear her side of the story. But I don't know. I think, turd of a documentary. We might cop a bit of flack for that. People might love it.
Yeah,
but
it was popular on social media.
Yeah, I just maybe it was popular on social media because that's the whole point. Netflix want to bring out a show, and then they pay people to get behind it to really build up. Because I think it's in the top 10 of documentaries. But I think a lot of people are going to be disappointed. We're not saying don't watch it. Watch it to see the craziness of it all. But I don't know. It was just did it deserve a documentary? I don't think so.
Oh, it's a crazy story. I don't like the fact that you shouldn't have to Google information while you're watching a documentary.
True.
To fill in gaps.
Yeah. And like we complain sometimes that documentaries are too long and they've done 3 parts. This one parter, an hour and a half long. Yeah, maybe there was information. But just like when we research a documentary and we write our information down, write our notes, we skip over things because we don't feel it's pertinent to the story or it's really going to translate very well.
Yep.
So maybe there were things, missing information the documentary just couldn't get to make it make sense. But for the viewer, it's like, what the fuck just happened? Don't play us as fools.
Yeah.
I want to know. I want to know that shit. You know?
Yeah. I give this one 5 Mickey Mouse costumes out of 10.
That's a lot more Mickey Mouse costumes than I would give it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What's your rating out of 10 for this one? We don't do ratings on our.
We don't generally.
Docos, no.
So this is and we're not going to start doing that. But I mean, because the majority of the times we love the documentaries. I mean, we do this show because we genuinely love watching them. But it doesn't hurt to do one like this every now and again where we just didn't like it.
Yeah.
You know? I don't care if
we're
Netflix
honest with them.
sends
That's
me a
the
letter.
best part about it.
Yeah, exactly right. Everyone's going to have their opinion on it. And I'd love to hear from you guys. Write us a comment on either Instagram, Facebook, or Spotify. We'll answer back. We always do. But let us know why you liked it or why we're wrong.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
we want to hear it. Well, speaking about hearing it, let's move on from this turd. We should actually listen to a voicemail that we received.
Yeah, awesome. I'm excited to hear these.
Yeah, so I'm a little bit tech savvy, and we literally just figured out how to do this. How are we going to play an audio file while we're listening in? We can chirp away in the background. You might be able to hear us. Hopefully, this all goes to plan. If I come to the editing stage, it's just silence and us going, sound like Beavis and Butthead. All right, so this message we got from a man named Luke. So I'm going to play it now.
Boys, just want to say the podcast is absolutely elite. It really is the only podcast where the biggest mystery each week is how you two can spend an hour butchering every accent known to mankind.
Rude.
That's probably the real true crime. Chris, keep the nicknames for JB coming, and JB, whether it's the degloving of cats' tails or the constant accidents and injuries, I'm convinced WorkSafe is definitely listening every week just to update their risk assessment of you both. Look, keep the episodes coming, lads. The stories are brilliant. I love the banter. It's absolutely ruthless. And while the hilarious accents are crimes worthy of their own investigation, please never change. Great stuff.
Oh, Luke, thanks so much, man.
Good on
That's
you,
great.
Luke.
And a fellow Aussie as well. I mean, majority of our listeners are Aussie, but yeah, that was great.
Yeah, what a legend. Yeah. As you see, we've definitely got Australian heavy listenership, but America's really picking up there, so we definitely want to hear some Americans. And actually, I think we're listened to over, I think it was like 35 countries or something like that.
Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy. We found out today that Sweden we're very popular in Sweden.
Yeah, we are.
I think we hit some sort of top rankings for like podcast in Sweden at some point.
We made the charts.
You made the charts. I was like, what the fuck?
How crazy is that?
Yeah.
So if you're from Sweden, Send a voice message. We want to hear it.
We need
We
to get.
definitely won't try and imitate your accent.
No, definitely won't. We wouldn't do that. We need to find a Swedish documentary, true crime Swedish documentary, who can do the Swedish
good call.
accents all the way through it and really offend everyone.
Call everyone Sven.
Speaking of which, this is something that we spoke about during the week. Accents. Do some people find, I know we don't, but do some people find the imitation of accents racist? This is a very heavy subject, especially right at the end of our show. But we had this conversation because I feel like there are some accents that people think that you can't do that. That's racist. But then it's like, what's the difference? If we're going to be doing an English accent and everyone thinks it's funny and it's fine, but then you stick in like a Indian accent or something, all of a sudden it's racist.
Yeah, then that's racist.
Then
You
I
just
feel
got to
like-
do them all.
That's right.
Keep it all even across the board.
Exactly. We find all accents funny, even our own. I think I even
our own
mentioned...
are the worst. I've got
Yeah.
the worst one. I've got a New Zealand Australian hybrid fucking stupid accent. Good luck imitating my one.
Yeah, that's true. Never change though, because I love it. I love it. But yeah, accents are fucking funny. So yeah.
We love them.
We love them. We love them. So if you've got a problem with them, we don't really care.
No, we don't. No, we're still going to do it.
Well, anyway, we've waffled on enough about that.
So what do we have for the listeners next week, mate?
Well, next week, we are finally back on track. We were supposed to do this a couple of weeks ago. We are doing the brand new documentary, which, okay, today's Wednesday, isn't it? So I think it comes out today in Australia on Netflix. It is the Idaho Murders.
Ooh.
Dispatching Moscow Law Ambulance for unconsciousness, 1122 King Road.
Thank you. That's it. Okay, stay back there, please. Fuck. 13, I think we have a homicide. 2 college-age people carrying both to the deceased. Lots of blood.
The police department, if you're in here now, just help. We're on the 3rd floor going up.
Fuck. Oh, man. We have 2 additional deceased on the 3rd floor. We're gonna need everybody. We got 4 deceased.
In your 20s, the world is really at your fingertips. College is a special bubble.
Hi, my name is Xana Kernodle.
Ethan Shaper.
Kaylee Gonzalez. Say hi, Maddie.
Maddie and Kaylee were like sisters.
I know.
Xana and Ethan were so cute together, just made a lot of sense.
I can only imagine what was going through their minds. I would have never believed what occurred in that house that night.
It was absolutely horrific.
They told me to go down to the police station.
I knew something bad had happened.
All kinds of questions go through your mind. How? Who? Why? What happened?
We were waiting for an arrest. There was no information. We had 1,000 questions.
We were all together, and then Maddie left with Kaylee to go to the club.
This individual followed them.
She got picked up in a silver sedan. I got a size 13.5 shoe coming and going. There's some dried blood on the sink.
I heard her scream that she saw someone.
Why these kids in this house?
Really looking forward to getting into this with you, Chris, because, I don't know, this case, it's really heartbreaking, but at the same time, if you're a true crime fan, you'll froth it. So I think this is going to get a lot of popularity on Netflix. It's going to be one of the biggest watch shows this weekend. So looking forward to watching it and doing the research with you. But up until then, Chris, try not to murder anyone.
You too, mate. All right. Love ya. Oh, I'll redo that again because I knocked the microphone. And it was a shit heart. How do you do hearts? How do kids do hearts these days? Oh, is that with your index finger? Oh, that's shit. Okay, I'm just not going to do it.